Hello guys, welcome to our channel again. My name is Oriolua and I make videos on faith, life, and relationship. Today's video is going to be a part 2 of a video I started. Last week I missed an update. That was intentional. I was going through a rough week and I just was in the right space to make a video, and I just didn't want to go up here and pretend, which I understand. You should always try hard to give out, but I didn't have a lot to give and it was very hard for me. So I was like, I would just sit today and not make videos. So I'm sorry about that, but I promised that I would keep updating no matter what happens. But that was just hard. It was just a continuous build up of situations that I just got to a breaking point, and I knew I had to take time off to just spend time with God and just pray, and which was good because I felt refreshed and God was faithful to bring people that, to me that we could pray together and I could feel refreshed. So once again, thank you guys for watching my videos. I've been getting some updates, which is cool. I wanted to make a video as a part 2 of a video I started last week, or upper week actually, which was about soul ties. And just a reference point, a soul tie is an ungodly connection made with a thing, a person that stands against God. So a soul tie might also be a thing. It might, most of the time it's usually a relationship, but a soul tie can also be a thing. So we're going to talk about how to recognize them and how to break them off. So one of the things I mentioned was that anytime we open doors to ungodly things, it's really easy that they can form some kind of attachment with us. And if we're not careful, these things can stand between us and God. But I'm going to reference more on dating relationships, more on man-woman relationships, more on ungodly relationships. What kind of relationship it might be: homosexuality, porn addiction, sexual loss, sexual immorality, anything that goes along that line can be an access to a soul tie. A note, the journey as a child of God, single or married, we would have situations whereby the devil will want to make us have the soul ties, where we ourselves will willingly make soul ties by being a willing captive, by us walking straight into these situations and forming ungodly ties. And if it has happened, it has happened. We cannot let guilt and shame make us ask for help. So this video is going to be a way to break the soul ties. One of the things that signify the soul tie is your mind become attached to that thing so much that you don't notice or see God speaking to you in that area. You cannot forget. You keep having memories, keep having flashbacks, you keep having lustful intentions towards it, you keep having attraction towards it. And it's a journey that sometimes you almost think you can never get over of, or you can never overcome. But God is always ready to take us in and overcome these situations. From my experience and my journey with God, I went through a period of time where I was addicted to some, I was lustful, I was addicted to lust. I was very, my mind wasn't pure. I was involved in actions that I shouldn't have been in as a child of God. And I knew it was wrong, but I just didn't have the will or the intentions to stop. I just didn't want to. And the times where I wanted to, it was more out of guilt and regret. It was less of me wanting to go closer to God. And I remember when God took me out of a situation, it was a gradual journey, a process where I was willing to say, God, I love you more than I love my sins. I love you more than I love my these relationships. I love you more than I love things that I really want to do. It's a journey for me to pick, to decide to follow God despite what my flesh, what my situation was saying. And it's still a journey, because after I overcame the situation, a time in my life came whereby the devil, or not the devil, that's too much, when I walked into another situation that triggered everything, and it seemed as if all my hard work of being sober, or my hard work of being clean in my own ways were destroyed. One of the things God was telling me was, this is a journey I'm taking you through, and no part of this journey should you walk through it by yourself. You need me every step of the way. And that's exactly how it's like with God. It's still a journey I'm going through. I've not arrived anywhere. I think today we die, we would have struggles for sin, because we are humans, we are in the flesh, and that is why we need Jesus. If we could do it by ourselves, Jesus would have to die on the cross for our sins. So that's a note for that. For anyone that's feeling condemned out there, or I've done it again, or I have this so tied to this person, I keep falling in the same scene, or I don't know how I'm going to break off this cycle. Know that God got you, and don't run back to you. Don't run back to the situation. Run back to God. Because one of the things the devil does to us is the devil makes us want to push away from God when we fall or when we have this ungodly ties and situations. So how do we do it? One of the things I recommend is fasting. Fasting. There's some kind of fast. There's a Daniel fast where you just don't eat sugar, don't eat food, you will eat fruits. And there's some kind of fast where you fast off TV, or you fast off social media, or there's a kind of fast where you fast off all food. What I would recommend, or what I did was, which I've done, and I'm still gonna do. I'm planning to do it repeatedly. Is fast off food, all types of food. You could pick up a time from, let's say, 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. or 12 p.m. You could do 6 a.m. You could do a 12-hour fast straight from the time you awake, or you could do a 10-hour. Like what I do is I usually do 12 a.m. to 3 p.m. in the afternoon. That's what I would usually do. So that means from even while I'm sleeping, when I wake up, all the way to 3 in the afternoon. And anytime you are hungry, or you crave food, or you crave that thing, that's the time you pray. So that's how the fasting goes. You fast away your desires, because there's something about you starving. Starving sounds bad. There's something about, yeah, that's the word. There's something about starving yourself of food that directs you towards God. You might be cranky, you might be angry, you might be sad, you might be short-fused, but at the same time, you seem to hear God clearly. I remember when I got out of the relationship I was in, and I wanted to fast off soul ties. My plan was to do 20 days. I think it ended up being a 40-day fast, because after 20 days, I felt as if I felt closer to God, and I didn't want to end that. So I said, I need to do 20 more days, and I think it ended up being 50 actually. I'm not sure. I had journaled everything down. And what I did for every day of the fast, I wrote down what God told me. So what you're going to do is, the first day of your fast, tell God, this is what I want to get at the end of this fast. I want to break off this soul tie by this day. So the first day of the fast, what I did was I went online, I looked for prayer points to break off soul ties. I'll see if I can find a link and put it in the video description of how to break off soul ties, like prayer points. There's a lot of them on the internet. Just Google it, how to break off soul ties, prayer point, book Christian. You don't want to get any random weird prayer points. So I that was what I did, and I prayed off. There's another video by this man, I forgot what his name was. I think I was trying to see if I can link it, where he mentioned prayer points on how to break off soul ties. But mainly, soul ties are ungodly, they are real, and they are underestimated. Like sexual soul ties are real, emotional soul ties are real, physical soul ties are real, mental soul ties are real. Because even though you've broken over them physically, like if you move past the physical stage, but you still have a mental attachment to them, a soul tie would help strengthen it. So by praying and fasting, breaking up the soul ties. Another thing I also mentioned is stop talking about them. Some people would relieve. I don't know if you're one of those people, but I have a very clear memory. Like my memory is so sharp that I'm so scared. Like I have memories of things that happened to me as early as 5 years old that are still as clear as yesterday. I have like memories of like it's just crazy. I have like this weird memories that would never go nowhere, and they will haunt me and haunt me. It's something I'm definitely gonna have to work with my therapist one day, because if you have a memory that of something that you cannot just forget, or you have a very clear imagination that never goes away, one of the things that could also that could be an indication of some kind of memory that needs to be fed, that needs to be not fed. So you feeding that memory is talking about them, somebody else. You call your friends, you call your family, you call your enemy, you call whatever you want to call, a stranger, random person. You tell them about this person every time. What you're doing is you're feeding off that memory, and you're making that memory more clearer and sharper. So what you do is stop talking about them. Stop talking about them. I have a video, one of my old videos. I'm sure if you go to my channel, you find a video of me mentioning about how to stop thinking about a person. I have a whole list of tools and how to overcome that. So guys, I don't want to make the video too long, but it ended up being kind of long, which is under 10 minutes, hopefully. Soul ties are real, but you can break them, because the Bible says that we should cast down every imagination and bring under command every thought that goes against the word of God. So God has given you that power by his strength, by his grace, to break off soul ties. And it's not an easy journey. There are days where you would wake up and be like, I can't do this, which is the point, right? Because Jesus can do it. And I want to leave you with that. Leave you with the fact that it's not by your power, it's not by your strength, but it's by the power of God that lives in you. And keep believing that. Have a blessed day, guys. And as always, like, share, subscribe, comment, ask questions, and God is gonna be with you. Love you guys. Bye.